Correct?
Yes.
Network is nothing but interconnection of
Interconnection of
devices.
device.
Then what do you mean by interconnection? What is interconnection exactly? What is
Interconnection is, okay, I'm not sure.
so
Okay.
interconnection is nothing but one device connected with other device.
Yeah. Between,
Correct? So some people they
yes.
are going to see between the devices, we can call it as a network, right? One device connected with another device,
Okay.
another device is called interconnection. Then why these devices are going to connect each other? What is the purpose?
To transfer data?
To transfer. So that is called communication. So if you want to make a communication between the connected devices, we can call it as a networking. Basically, the network is nothing but it's just an interconnection. Each and every device is connected. That is called a network. Then after that, they are going to start communicating each other. They are going to send they are going to send the data from one device to another device. And this is like a communication. So communication between interconnected devices is called a networking. Are you clear?
So communication between interconnected devices.
Devices is called a networking.
Okay, fine. It's called
Communication,
networking.
yeah, communication between interconnected devices. Interconnected devices is called a networking. Are you
Mm.
clear?
Yes.
So basically, whenever you are going to see, there is a devices which are connected each other. Maybe as per your example, there is a switches, routers, access points, firewalls, printers, IP telephones, whatever is there, time attendance machine, door access control, everything they are connected each other. So this is like a network. Then all these devices, what they are going to do, they are going to talk each other. So this is called a communication. We can call it as a networking. So networking is nothing but communication between interconnected devices. Good?
Good.
Yeah. So any questions here?
No.
Okay. Then what is the purpose of this, especially what is the purpose of this networking? Why we need to do a networking? Why networking? Why these devices are connected each other? Why they are communicating each other? What is the main purpose of networking?
Basically, to make transferring of data easily.
Okay,
Like,
that's good. Next. Okay.
okay.
The main purpose is that to share the resources.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to share the resources. So, for example, you are sitting in your home, right?
Hmm.
So, in your home, maybe dad is there, mom is there, and your sister is there, and you there, right? So, you guys, using a single internet connection, correct?
Yeah.
And each one of you maybe one or two devices. Maybe dad has two mobile phones and one laptop, and maybe you have a one mobile phone and one laptop. Maybe mom also mobile phone, correct?
Hmm.
But at the end, what you guys are doing, you have only one single internet connection. That connection you are sharing with everybody, right or wrong?
Yeah. Right.
Did you take multiple internet connections?
No, only one.
Only one. So how it's possible? How it's possible?
Through
It's a
networking.
networking. Because at the end of the day, your internet is a resource. So that resource, what you are trying to do through the networking, you are able to share each other. Are you clear?
Yes.
But again, what is the connectivity here? To share your resources, what is the connectivity here? Can you help me out? What type of connection we are using to share our resources?
Not sure.
Okay, good. So the connectivity is either wired or wireless.
Oh, yeah, wired or wireless. Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you are going to share your resources either wired or wireless.
Oh, wireless.
So
Yes. Yes.
there is a two type of communications are there. The first one is wired and second one is wireless. Anyway,
Wireless.
I'm removing this. Is it okay? Or you want me
Yeah.
to? It's fine, right?
No, no, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So there is a type of communication.
Yes.
Type of communication. Maybe you feel bored for one or two classes. Why? Because most of the time we will talk about some theory part. Then after that, we will jump directly to the labs.
Okay.
Okay. But you just bear with me for one or two classes, or else what we will do, you already have some experience so that we start designing the topologies. Okay. Because I'm not like a boring person to talk about completely theory part, because I like to talk about labs. Most of the time, I prefer to go with the lab. Okay.
Okay.
But my concern is that something you need to learn about some theory concepts. Once you understand that, you are good to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I feel
Then,
like I need to retouch on my basics because it's been
yeah.
a long time since I've looked at my communication at computer networks course.
Yes. Super, super. So it's like a brush up for you.
Yes.
Okay, let's go and do that. So types of communications. So basically we have a wired communications and wireless communication, right? So what do you mean by wired communications? What is the type of communication?
Like using wires like copper wires, Ethernet
Yes,
cables, and all of that.
that's it. So basically we are going to use a cable which is called UTP cable. UTP is nothing but unshielded twisted pair
Twisted
cable,
pair.
right?
Yes.
Unshielded
Twisted pair.
twisted pair cable. So that is called UTP cable. Then again, wireless means what? What is the communication media? What is the media here?
Like Bluetooth.
Okay.
Wait. What were the wireless medias?
Just we are going to use air.
Oh yeah.
You got my
Okay.
point.
Yeah, I got your
So
point.
here you're just using the cable,
Yes.
right? So wired communication means you are going to use the cable. So
Yeah.
which cable you are using? You are using UTP cable, unshielded twisted pair cable. And the wireless communication, you are just using air. Air is the mediator
Yes.
between two devices or between multiple devices. Correct?
Yes.
So right now, if you see in your home, you didn't connect with the cable, right? So you
No.
know that usually, you know this all terminology. There is a ISP, that's your Etisalat or do, your local service provider who is going to provide for you internet. And that service provider, maybe if you see in your home, somewhere it's connected one device. That device called router.
Router.
And it has some antennas, and also it has some network points also. In case if you want to connect directly, you can take one cable and connect it. Correct? But you have your mobile phones. In mobile phone, you cannot connect any cable. Am I right?
Yeah.
Your laptop also maybe is connected with Wi-Fi. Maybe you are not connected with the cable. Correct? So all these devices, they are going to communicating to your router by using Wi-Fi. Correct?
Correct.
Even if you want, you can connect your PC directly with your cable. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
Okay, even if you just go there and from today onwards, you try to observe more and more, and you just go to near your router and you can see there is some cables you can able to connect it, which means there is some network points are there. There is some interfaces are there.
Hmm.
Just go there and observe it. Whenever you get a time, just go to your router and see there. There is some network interfaces, and you can connect. If you want to connect directly, you can connect by using this UTP cable. But you are not doing like that. What you are trying to do, you are just connecting through Wi-Fi. Correct?
Yes.
So how you are connecting through Wi-Fi? Because in your router, you have configured a SSID. Correct? There is one name is going to display in your network. For example, when I visit your home, when I power it on my mobile phone, then it's going to show you the Wi-Fi. There is SSID. Then I will ask you, Shreya, what is the password? Correct? Then you are
Yes.
going to tell my SSID is something, ABC something. Then you are
Mm.
going to say this is the password,
Mm.
right or wrong?
Right.
So these are terminologies you can learn slowly, slowly. But today, just what we are trying to do now, we are trying to understand what type of communications. So the communications, basically, we are going to use it by using wired or wireless. So the wired is nothing but that we are going to use the UTP cable. UTP means, what do you mean by UTP? Unshielded,
Unshielded,
twisted
twisted
pair
pair.
cable. And again, if it is a wireless means, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by wireless? You are just using air. But again, we have a different standards are there. Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 4, and the latest technology, Wi-Fi 7. You get my point? There is a different technologies are there. And again, if you are going with UTP cable, we have a Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 7, Cat 8. There is a different categories are there. Those things also we can able to see it, but not now, later. Slowly you are going to understand. But
Okay.
mainly we have a two type of communications. The first one is wired and second one is wireless. That's it.
Wireless. Yes.
Any questions here?
No. I
Okay.
understand.
Now, can you give me some examples? So I told you internet is one of the resource, but can you tell me, is there any other resources that we can able to share it in the network?
Oh, okay.
Whatever you observe it in your college or maybe in outside. One is the
In-
resource is internet, correct?
Okay.
Then can you give me any examples? Why? Because whenever you remember, when you are going to attend any interview or anything, when you want to understand the subject, make sure that you need to have a many examples in your mind so that it's easy for you to understand the technology. Okay, the first resource is internet. Can you
Yeah.
just give me any other example?
Uh, internet data. We can share like files and data.
Super. So,
Uh,
for example, you are going to create one shared folder, correct? And you are going to
yes.
say, hey guys, I have created one shared folder,
Yeah.
which is the folder name is data, and I'm going to share it to everyone. So that people, you are going to keep all the files here. Then after that, what you are going to tell them, boss, if you want this data, please access this folder and get download it in your laptop, correct?
Yeah.
And other, any example?
Mm, okay. Wi-Fi. Data.
Either the users, what they are going to do at the end, they can connect through wired or wireless. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they are able to communicate each other because you already build the network. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, what else?
Mm,
Any example? Can I give
mm,
you one example?
yes.
There is a printer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice that? There is a printer. What you are going to do? You are going to take only one printer. Okay. And that printer, what you are trying to do, this is your printer. Correct? This
Yes.
printer you are going to keep in your network. Then everybody in your office, they are going to access this printer.
That's printer.
Correct?
Yes.
You are not going to keep, for example, I have a 10 employees in my office. I'm not going to keep 10 printers. I just buy one printer, and that printer I'm going to keep it in my network so that everybody can access that printer. Correct?
Correct.
So that you don't need to purchase. So see, what is the advantage of all these things? And can you tell me any other example?
Okay. No, I can't give you any other example. Okay, printers, scanners,
Super. You can
um,
scanners. Next.
mm, servers.
Servers, excellent. Again, I
Mm,
have a question here. What do you mean by server again? What is this? What is server?
yeah, DHCP, DNS servers.
Oh, you're talking
I'm
many
just
things. So,
yeah,
what is this again?
whatever is coming on top of my head, I'm just saying it.
Okay, what is this again? What do you mean by server? I don't know about it. What is this server? What do you mean by server? Is it something different, or it's just a regular laptop or desktop?
No, it's not a regular laptop or this thing. Uh,
Okay.
what what is a server? Um, I'm not sure.
Okay. It's very simple. Server is just like a one of your computer, but it has a more resources. Like it, the CPU, the memory, the storage, everything is high. What server is going to do? It's going to provide the services to your users. That's why, for example, you said that DHCP is one service, DNS is one service, FTP is one service, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? File services, we can call it as a FTP. DHCP service, dynamic host configuration protocol, DNS service, and all these services are going to maintained by your server. For example, server is just like a computer, but it has a more memory, more CPU, more storage. So that what it will do, whenever somebody want any DHCP service, they just come and they just talk to the server. Then server is going to provide the service. What is the purpose of this DHCP service? Any idea?
Uh,
What do you mean by
DHCP is
DHCP?
used, so dynamic host configuration protocol.
Okay, dynamic host configuration protocol. What it does?
It basically it is used to automatically give IP addresses to.
Super. So basically, in the network, if you want to make a communicate each other, make sure that you should have an IP address. Correct?
Yes.
Without IP address, you can't do any communication. So right now you have one computer here, PC1, and you have another computer, which is PC2. You have another computer, PC3. And all these computers, they want to communicate each other. So for communication purpose, what you are trying to do, first of all, what you will do, if you have a three computers, what you are going to do to communicate?
If we have three computers, you should make sure that they are
Hmm.
like you have their
Okay,
IP.
let's do one thing. Let's
Okay.
say that we will go to very reality, okay, so that you will get to know something, okay. Instead
Okay.
of talking so much theory, we just go through something reality. Okay, let's say that I have a three computers. So let's say you are the network engineer in one of the small company, and there your role is that you are going to build the networking. So right
Okay.
now this is my PC1 and this is my PC2
Mm-hmm.
and this is my PC3,
Mm-hmm.
correct? And now your concern is that these three computers, they want to communicate each other, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You want to build a networking here. Why you want to build a networking? Because they want to communicate. So can you tell me, after you have a three pieces, physical pieces, and how you are going to connect? You are going to connect each other like this?
No,
Then can I do like this? But actually, what you require whenever you want to bring any device, either computer or laptop or printer or IP phone or access point, what you required in your computer. For example, I want to keep my PC into my network. What I required actually in my PC?
you require an IP address or like a
IP
MAC
address,
address
IP address
to
directly.
connect.
But
No, to
physically, you
connect.
want to connect, right? Right now, I want to connect. I'm talking about wired. Huh? I don't want wireless.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you need to decide which medium. So the media that I'm going to use, wired media.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have a three computers, PC1,
Please.
PC2, and PC3. So you want to make a communication between them. What you required at the PC side? First of all, what do you require? Each PC, what is required? Are you able to understand?
Wait.
Yeah. Think. You can see in your laptop, you are able to see one network port is there, correct? Are you able to see that? Network port, it should be like this. Are you able to see this like this for your
Yeah.
PC, right? What is this exactly?
So it's like a port to put the wires?
Yeah, it's like a port. What is that port? What we can call? We can
Uh,
call it as NIC,
oh, okay,
right? What do you mean by NIC?
okay. Um,
Network interface card. Are you
got
clear?
yes, yes, yes.
So
Okay.
there is a network interface card. So if you see in any computer, whenever you are going to use the wired communication, make sure that your PC must have NIC card. NIC is nothing but it's a network interface card,
Yes, but okay.
correct? And you are going to take your PC and another PC also. How many network interface cards are there? For example, PC1 you required one interface card, and if you see PC2, how many is required for PC2?
Two.
Two required. Why? Because one interface card is connecting to PC1,
PC1, another is connected to PC3.
PC3,
Okay.
correct? But again, in PC3, how many NIC cards you required?
One.
One. Why?
Because it is connecting to only to PC2.
Okay, now my question is that, did you see any other computer which is having two NIC cards? Okay, now let's say that I want to connect PC4. I just brought the PC4 also. Now, PC4 wants to communicate to your network. That time, let's say PC4 want to talk to PC1, then you need to have one NIC card. And PC4 also want to talk to PC2. You required one more NIC card.
Mm.
PC3 want to talk to PC4 also. You required one more NIC card. But
Mm.
can I able to have a multiple NIC cards in single PC? More than one? Are you able to understand?
Yeah.
So think about it. Right now, here PC1 is communicating to only on PC2, right? So that if you are directly one PC is there, your life is more easy, correct? So what you are trying to do, let's try to understand. Okay, just think about it, huh? Because I'm not talking about what is there exactly in the textbooks and CCNA. I'm trying to make you to understand the real-time scenarios. You get my point?
Yeah.
So now here my question is, let's say I have a PC1 and I have a PC2, correct? Then what I'm trying to do here, I just take one network cable and I can connect between PC1 and PC2. So PC1, it has a NIC card. This is your NIC card, network interface card. And here also you have one more NIC card so that PC1 can talk to PC2 and PC2 can talk to PC1, correct?
Yeah.
Now let's say I just bring one more PC in my network. Then PC3 has to talk to PC1 and PC3 wants to talk to PC2, correct?
Yes.
Now again in PC3 we require two NIC cards and same thing in PC1 also we require two NIC cards, right or wrong?
Yeah.
And again in PC2 also we require two NIC cards, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Now if you bring,
One
because
second. One second. One second. Dada, can you go?
It's okay. So you want to do?
Yeah, only me.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, go ahead. It's okay.
Okay.
okay. Okay, now let's say if you are going to take PC4, now PC4 wants to talk to PC1 and PC2 and PC3, then what you have to do? What you
What?
are going to do? Again, PC4, it should have one NIC card. It has to connecting to PC.
Mhm.
And PC4, it has one more NIC card. It is going to talk to PC2. And PC4 has one more NIC card, which is going to communicating to PC3. Correct? So if you see
Yes.
PC in each PC, you require three NIC cards. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
When you bring one more PC, let's say PC5, because in the networking, you cannot say keep only two computers or three computers or four computers, because as per the requirement, you are going to increase, correct?
Yeah.
So now let's say that PC5 wants to communicate to PC1. You require one NIC card,
One card.
one NIC card towards the PC2,
PC2.
correct? and you required one more record towards PC3. You required one more record PC4, correct? So
Yes.
total in each computer, almost you required 4 NIC cards. But is it scalable solution? Is it scalable? According to you, is it scalable?
No.
Why? Why it's
Because
not a scalable?
if you wanna connect more, how many more NIC cards do we need to connect to every
Yeah.
single PC?
So did you understand that problem?
Yeah.
So let's say that if you bring one more computer, which is PC6, then what you are trying to do, you need to have a one more NIC card in PC1, one more NIC card in PC2, one more record in PC3, one more record in PC4, one more record in PC5. Correct?
Correct.
So this is very difficult for us. We can't do like that. Maximum you can see in any computer you will take, it has one NIC card, right or wrong?
Yeah.
You don't have a multiple NIC cards. Even your hardware, it doesn't support those many NIC cards to keep, right or wrong?
Yeah. Right.
So then what you are trying to do in this case? Because whenever you go to the customer networks, there is a lot of computers are connected. 50 computers, 100 computers, 200 computers. In some networks, you can see 500,000 computers also. Correct?
Correct.
So we cannot connect. Then what is the solution here? Are you agree with me?
Yeah.
So we cannot connect it. Then what's the solution here? So the solution is they are going to bring a device called a switch. What is that?
A switch.
Now you are able to interrelate it, correct? So you are going to bring one network switch like this. Switch is having a multiple NIC ports. Like in the market, we have a 24 port switch, 48 port switch, 8 port switch, 16 port switch, like this. So each, let's say this is my 24 port switch. You get my point? Then this switch has containing multiple NIC ports, NIC ports. Then what I'm going to do? I'm going to take PC1, I'm going to take PC2, I'm going to take PC3, whatever computers, PC4, and simply I'm going to connect each and every PC to one. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, so what is this device? This multiple NIC cards, what is this device? What
The
is this
network.
device?
It's a
This
network
is
device.
called switch.
Switch.
You get my point?
Yes.
So whenever you go for any networking, by default in every network they have a switches, and
Okay.
all the devices, either laptops, desktops, printers, IP phones, access points, whatever device, whatever you name it in the networking, they have a switch, and the switch is going to connect with all your devices, because you can't keep the network interface card for every computer, multiple network interface cards. You get my point? By
Yes.
default every computer is going to comes with only one NIC card, one interface, and that is you are going to connecting to your network switch. Are you clear now?
Yes.
Okay, now you connected all these devices. Then what is my next step? So you said to the customer, okay, boss, we will take one 24 port switch or 48 port switch according to your customer requirement, and you connected. And which cable you are using, by the way, here? Can you tell me, please? What is that cable? We already discussed about
UTP?
it. UTP, the cable you are using, UTP cable. So you just take one UTP cable and you are connected here. Then after that, will they able to talk each other? PC1 can talk to PC2. PC1 can talk to PC3.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It needs to be connected to the network also, yeah?
It's just a physical connection.
Yeah.
You just build the network here. What I told you when I was started the class. Network means interconnection of devices. So here what you have done, you just connected. Your PC is connected to the switch. That's it, right? So you just build the network. But will they able to communicate each other?
No.
No. Then what you required here? Now PC1 want to communicate to PC2. PC1 want to talk to PC3. PC1 wants to talk to PC4. How they are going to communicate that? You told me one word initially. You remember that?
One second.
Hello?
One
Hmm.
second,
What is,
Dada. Can you call it?
Sorry, Seshu.
sir?
He's sleeping.
I'm snoring actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you said one word. You remember that? We required one server called DHCP.
That's AP. Yes.
Correct? You remember that?
Yes.
So what you are going to do, you are going to keep one DHCP server in your network. And that is also is going to connect where?
To a switch. Port.
Switch. Then after that, each and every PC, when they are coming into the network, what they do? They just talk to the your DHCP server and they will get the IP address. Correct? And they say that, hey, DHCP server, can you please give me one IP address? Then DHCP server, okay, take the IP. And PC3 also same. He talked to the DHCP and he will get the IP. And PC4 also same. And he talked to the DHCP and he will get the IP. Correct?
Correct.
Now, all the PCs, they have a IP address. That's why they are able to communicate each other. Right or wrong?
Right.
Before what you have done, you just connected your device into the network. But but they don't communicate each other until they don't have an IP address. Are you clear? So
Yes.
initially, what problem you found? You found a problem like if you want to connect multiple PCs, multiple devices, if they want to communicate each other, you can't have a multiple NIC cards. Make sure that every PC has a NIC card to communicate into the network. Correct? But the problem is that if you want to keep it 10 computers in the network, you need to have a 10 NIC cards, but it's not possible. If you are going to take a reality, it's not possible. So what you are trying to do, you are going to take a network switch and you are going to keep, you are just taking all the computers and every computer, it has a NIC card, network interface card, so that you are going to connect directly to this, your network switch. Now, if PC1, PC2, PC3, or PC4, if they want to communicate each other, then what we required? We required a IP address. So for that, what we did, we kept one
We connected.
DHCP
Yeah.
and we connected into the network. Then after that, the DHCP server will give you the IP address. So again, we will talk about IP address very depth in upcoming session. Let's say that this is the IP address of 192.168.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, right? So these are the IP address for each and every computer. So now without IP address, will they able to talk?
No.
So make sure that IP address is very important in the networking, correct? For example, you bring one computer and you connect it into the network. The moment when you connect into the network, will they able to start the communication? Hello?
No. It
No.
needs to.
Make sure that the computer has to be part of their network, which means they need to get the IP address. Then only they can able to talk. Without IP address, I cannot able to talk. Right or wrong? For example,
Right.
you and me, we are able to communicate each other. Maybe you are going to talk to me different language. I'm able to talk to the different language. Will they able to exchange the information?
No.
Then we need to talk to the same language. Then only we can able to exchange the information. Correct?
Yes.
So same thing in the networking. When you keep any device, make sure that you should give the IP address to the each and every device. Then only they can able to talk each other. Are you clear?
Yes.
Are you good to go now? So again, what is
Yes.
the purpose of DHCP? What it does?
DHC DHCP is used to like give IP addresses to the devices, to the end devices
Hmm, automatically. So
automatically.
instead of going each and every computer, you need to assign a IP address
Mhm.
is very difficult. Correct? If you want to assign statically, there is a assignment is static. Static means what? You need to go to each and every computer and you are going to assign the IP address. If it is good, if you have only one or two computers, but if you have a multiple computers in the network, will you able to do that? I have 100 computers. Can I go and assign the IP address to each and every computer?
No.
It's difficult. That's why what you did, you just configured one DHCP server and you said to the DHCP server, hey, if anybody comes for IP address, just give them, right?
Right.
So the DHCP, what it will do, it's going to maintain the pool of IP addresses, right? DHCP is going to have a pool, IP address pool. So inside that, there is IP addresses. You already configured it 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. If first person come, he will give you 1.1. If second person come, he will get 1.2. Third person come, he will get 1.3. Fourth person come, 1.4. Are you clear?
Yes.
Now, up to now, you understand the DHCP concept. Any other
Yes.
questions here?
Mm, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Okay. Now, from which part we just disconnected and we came to this? Can you just remember me?
Huh?
From where we disconnected and why we are talking about all? Why we come to DHCP and all? You forgot.
Yeah, we were talking about resources.
Ah, good. So actually, we are talking about resources. That time you told me internet is one of the resource, and also you told me printer is another resource. Correct? Internet is one resource, and printer is
Bench,
another resource. Then you said servers, also one more
server,
resource. That time we discussed about DHCP,
DHCP.
DNS, FTP. Are you clear?
Yes.
So make sure that you need to understand the technology. Up to now, are you clear about it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what we are trying to do now, anyway, you have some experience, but now I want to know. Okay, now I want to know something here. So right now, to build your network, what you are trying to do, you are going to bring one network switch, correct?
Yes.
And this network switch has a multiple network interfaces, network ports, and you are going to connect each and every computer directly like this by using UTP cable, correct?
1 second, huh?
Hmm.
Sorry. I'm calling. No. Okay. Sorry, sir.
No problem. Can we continue?
Yeah, we can continue.
Okay. Are you feeling bored or is it okay?
No, no, no. My dad just came between to call his phone. That's it.
Okay, okay. But are you okay or you are feeling bored?
No, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Perfect. So now my question
Okay.
is that let's take one more example. So basically to build a network, what you are trying to do, let's say you are going to keep one switch and the switch has a multiple network interfaces, multiple network ports, correct? And you are
Yes.
going to take computer one, computer two, computer three, computer four, like that. So simply what you are trying to do, you are going to connect each and every computer directly to your network switch, correct?
Correct.
And now my question is, this switch and these computers are in your office, or maybe one computer is in somewhere else. Let's say one computer is in my home. This is my home computer. And one more computer is in your home, another home, or another office. Can I connect these computers also to the same network switch?
No,
Why?
because we're in different locations.
It's a different location. I can't pull the cable until from my home to the
To
office.
the office.
Correct?
Correct.
So this is called whatever devices you are connecting to the same switch and within the same location, we can call it as LAN. Got it? So
Got it.
LAN is nothing but local
Local
area
area
network.
network.
Are you clear about it? So
Yes.
local area network is nothing but a group of devices which are connected into the same network, same location. We can call it as a LAN. You get my
Got it.
point? Okay,
Yes.
because here a group of devices are nothing but it could be a laptops, desktops, IP phones, CCTV cameras, door access control system, printers, time attendance machines, anything which are connected into the same location. So this is, we can call it as a LAN. So
Yes.
mostly whenever you are doing your CCNA course, mostly your job is where? In the LAN. So that in your office, you have employees, you have laptops, you have printers, you have access points, you have IP phones, and all these devices are connected into the same location. So if you join as an engineer in your company, you need to manage whatever is there in the LAN. Are you clear about it?
Yes.
So LAN is nothing but local area network. A group of computers or a group of devices are communicated each other within the same location. We can call it as a LAN. So I'll write for you the definition. A group of devices communicate each other within the same location. We can call it as LAN. Same location, we can call it as LAN. Because these definitions and all, it's my own definitions. You cannot find it in the books or anything. Just only whenever somebody, whenever you are trying to understand the subject, you no need to follow, as a books or anything. You need to understand. Got it? A group of devices. Yeah, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, okay. A group of devices is
What's
nothing
this?
but, you can call it device is nothing but it could be your laptop, desktop, your IP phone, access point, printer, time attendance machine, door access control, whatever you name it. So all these are network devices are connected, communicating each other within the same location. So that concept we can call it as a LAN.
Oh,
Are you
LAN.
clear?
Yes.
And again, some people they used to say one word. Some people they used to say one word, man. Are you know about man?
Oh, yeah.
We now you understand the LAN, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what is man? What do you mean by man?
I forgot what
There
it
is
stands for, but it's
LAN, man,
LAN, man,
and WAN.
WAN is wide area network.
Okay. What is man?
WAN, metropolitan,
Metropolitan area network.
yeah, metropolitan area network.
Correct. WAN is nothing but metropolitan
Metropolitan area network.
area network. What do you mean by that?
Man,
LAN means within the office, same
within the
location.
office.
Then
Okay.
what do you mean by man? For example, I am staying in Dubai, you are staying in Sharjah, for example. So we are able to communicate each other. So this technology, we can call it as a man. Are you clear?
Yeah, so it's like a larger geographical area.
Yeah. For example, man is nothing but, because here what we are trying to do, whenever we are going to deploy man, we are going to take the help of service provider. So that service provider will tell you, don't worry, you have your office in Dubai. This is my office, which is in Dubai, and I have an office in Sharjah, another office.
Hmm.
Then they will tell you, don't worry, we will take care of everything, what is happening between us, and we will take care of it. Whatever cables, whatever devices is required, we will take care of it. But whenever somebody asks you, what is man? You need to tell them man is nothing, but it's a metropolitan area network. If you are in the same country and between two different locations, if you are trying to make a communication, that is called man. Are you clear?
Yes.
So LAN is nothing but same office. Again, here within this office, we can call it as a LAN. This is the LAN for Dubai office. This is the LAN for Sharjah
Oh,
office.
church office.
Correct? And again, when you are trying to communicate from Dubai to Sharjah, we can call it as a MAN. Are you
Yes.
clear?
Yes.
Then what is WAN? What do you mean by WAN?
Yeah.
So what do you mean by
Wider,
WAN?
wider area network.
It's a wide area network. What do you mean by that? Wide area network.
Okay,
For example, you have an office in Dubai and I have an office in US, right? And still we are able to communicate each other. How?
This is
By
even
taking
more
off your
bigger than man.
yes, because you can say man within the country. Van, you can say that between the countries.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
clear?
Yes.
Between
Let
the
me.
countries. For example, you have a office, one is in Dubai, other one is in USA. You are trying to make a communication between how? By taking the help of your service provider. For example, whenever you go to India, does your mobile phone is going to work? Your SIM card is going to work in India?
No.
If you enable the roaming services,
Mm. Then only it will work.
right? Then in that case, India is going to tell you, is not going to tell you, no, you are a SIM card of Dubai, we don't support. But the service provider has a relationship wherever the country you go. Get my point? So that
Yes.
even if you are going to take your mobile phone to US, still you are able to receive a calls, still you are able to make a calls. Why? Because here the local service provider, either Etisalat or Do, they have a service relationship between USA and Dubai. You get my point?
Get it.
Yeah, that's why whenever you are going to talk about WAN, WAN is nothing but wide area network. So wide area network is nothing but between the country. So if you want to make a communication between the country, we can call it as a WAN. So MAN is nothing but within the country,
And
within the country.
country.
And LAN is nothing but within the office. It's a local communication. Got it?
Got it.
So can you please note down this point so that it will be very helpful for you?
Yes, yes. I'm writing it down as you speak.
Super, super. So if you feel that I'm bit hurry or fast, you just tell me so that I can talk to you slowly.
No, no, no. I like the space.
Okay, perfect. So is it clear for you?
Yes.
Perfect. So our job is that most of the time when you are joining in any company, your most of the job is always within the LAN. Correct?
Correct.
Why? Because in the office, they have a computers, they have a printers, they have a CCTV cameras, they have a IP phones, they have a access points, and they
Mm.
have a door access control. All these are connected in the same location. So most of the time, you are going to check whether the communication is happening or not. One guy is going to come to your office. Hi Shreya, I'm not getting internet. Then immediately you will check whether my internet service provider is working fine or not. My gateway is working or not. My PC is connected to my switch properly or not. You are going to do only within the LAN only you are going to do all this troubleshooting. Are you clear?
Yes.
So once you learn the CCNA, mostly we are going to work within the LAN. Are you clear now?
Yes.
Now what
Mm.
is CCNA? CCNA is nothing but Cisco Certified Network
Network associate.
Associate. So the associate level people, they are going to work within the LAN. So within the LAN, we are going to work with the switches and we are going to work with the routers. That's it. Are you
Oh,
clear?
yeah.
So that remaining all you need to visualize. You need to feel yourself, yeah, I'm working in the company. There is a lot of devices like a printers, access points, door access control, IP phones, CCTV cameras. There is many things are there. All these devices are connecting to the switch. Correct?
Correct.
Then after that, you are going to talk about routers because these people, they want to talk to the internet, how they are going to communicate to the internet. So there you require routers. So that's why mostly the CCNA, they designed for switches and routers. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we will do now quickly, maybe you feel little bit bored so that I will show you the Cisco packet tracer. Did you try before the Cisco packet tracer?
Yes, we did
Okay,
it in a university.
super. So you did it in university. Perfect.
Yes,
So now what we are trying to do now, let's open the Cisco Packet Tracer. Are you able to see this Cisco Packet Tracer?
yes,
Perfect. Now you can see here, first of all, when you open the Cisco Packet Tracer, you can see there is a menu bar, which is the file, edit, options, view, tools, extensions, window, help. There is a menu bar. So most of the time, you can see here in the options. Are you able to see that?
yes.
So in the options, there is a preferences are there. So these things you need to know. That's very, very important. Why? Can you tell me, please, why you need to know about it?
I know the
Because
preferences.
Yeah, because here, if you want to increase whatever devices you are going to take by default, the CLI, if you want to configure something, because at the in upcoming days, you are going to type some commands, you are going to configure the switches, you are going to configure the routers, correct? And
Yes,
whenever you are going to do some configurations, that time the font default font will be Courier New, and the default font size is 8. It's very small size, so that if you want to give bigger, then you can. Okay. And
okay.
also you can see show or hide, and also you can see administrative, and you can see interface. So whatever devices you are going to take in this workspace, you can see this is your workspace. So
Hmm.
mostly what you are going to do, you are going to simulate whatever devices you want to do, everything you are going to simulate here. So in case if you want to see the device label, in case if you want to see which link is that, everything you can able to see it. So you must know about this. You need to go to the options and you need to go to the preference. And from there, you need to see, for example, show device model, show device names. Are you able to see this?
Yes,
So these are all the things, either you like it or if you don't like it, if you want to enable or disable, everything you can do it from here. That's purely your choice. Are you clear?
yes,
And next one is that you try to play with this for certain period of time, you can able to understand. But mostly you are going to increase your font. Why? Because it shows you very small font, which is 8. So 8 is very small. You cannot able to read it. You cannot able to write it.
hmm.
Okay. That's why you just increase the font into 14, or it depends on your requirement. Then after that, the next one is that, which is the toolbox. And these are the main tools that we are going to use it after that. So we will talk about more about once we are going to start the topology. And another thing, let me open my pen as well, so that, okay, let me write it for you. So this is your toolbar, and this is your menu bar, and this is your toolbar, and this is your tools. Couple of tools that we are going to use it, these tools as well. And this entire space is your workspace. So here you are going to add your switches, routers, access points, whatever network device you are going to add it here. And also one more thing, you see here in the down.
Yes,
So this is the place where you are going to take your end devices, like your computers, your laptops, your access points. Okay, there you are going to take it. And in the down, you are going to take your switches, your routers, your firewalls, your access point. This is your firewall, this is your access point, this is your hubs, this is your internet connection. Everything you can take it. But mainly, what we are trying to do now today, we just draw one small topology. Okay, are you ready?
yeah,
Because don't you think that why is going directly first day? Because you already had some experience and you don't feel bored. From today onwards, you try to practice this packet tracing. Okay, perfect. Now what we are trying to do now, first of all, you can see here in the down, there is a switches are there. Are you able to see this?
yes,
So that is the switch, because right now I'm going to build one small local area network, because I'm going to take one network switch. See, whenever you click on that, only one time you click, and you can see here, there is a lot of switches are there. Are you able to see this?
yes.
So we will talk about what is layer 2, what is layer 3 and all later. But right now, what you can do, you just take one switch, network switch, keep
Absolutely.
it here. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
And you can see here, the moment when you take a switch, it has a model. What type of model this? What is the model? Can you just help me out?
2960.
That's correct. And 24 means what?
224.
TT. Correct? What do you mean by 24? So 2960 is nothing but that is the model of the switch.
Okay.
24 is nothing but that is the 24 port switch, which means how many NIC ports it has?
24.
24. Then this TT and all, you don't think about it. At the moment, it's not required for you. Are you
Okay.
clear? Now,
Yeah.
another thing is that you can see here, right now, the device label it's showing. Go to the options and click on the preferences. In case, if you don't want to see that device label, you can able to see here, show device model label, it disappear. If you want to enable that, you can enable it. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
And even I don't want to see the device name, just you can click on this. See here. You got my point?
Got it.
Okay, so this is what some customers, especially some students, what they do. If they don't like to see this, then they can disable it and enable it. So that it's purely your choice. Okay. Now I'm going to do one more thing. Take as a switch. Now I want 4 computers. So again, you can see on the above here, you can able to just click on that and you can see there is a PC, laptop, server, you get my point, tablet, IP phone. Are you able to see?
Yes.
So you can just click on this and click here. Only one time. Just click here, one time. Click here, one time. Click here. Is it good?
Yeah.
So now you have a 4 computers. But now I just want to know this switch has how many ports? How many ports it has?
24.
24. Just move your cursor there. You can see all 24 ports it's showing. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
But again, what is the port number? What is the name of the port? Can you tell me that?
Ethernet?
Yeah, what is that Ethernet? I don't understand. What do you mean by Ethernet? But it's written something fast Ethernet. What do you mean by that?
Fast Ethernet.
Fast Ethernet 0 by 1, fast Ethernet 0 by 2, fast Ethernet 0 by 3. It's written there, right?
Yeah.
What is this again? But again, actually, we are doing networking, right?
Yeah.
So what is the technology that you are using in the network? Let's go back to our pen and board. Okay, now help me out. What is this technology, by the way? Basically, you are taking a switch and you saw that there is a fast Ethernet, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Within the LAN, you are trying to build something. What is the technology we are using to communicate? So don't get confused. This is a little bit confusing part. Keep in your mind, we are using the technology called Ethernet technology.
Ethernet technology. 1 second.
Okay. So whenever you are trying to make a communication within the LAN or WAN or whatever you talk about, then we are using the technology called Ethernet. So at the moment we are using the technology called Ethernet technology.
Technology.
Okay. Ethernet is a technology. That's why some people they say fast Ethernet. In the olden days, we used to say Ethernet. Then after that, they come up with fast Ethernet. Nowadays, they used to say Giga Ethernet. And now more advanced, they say 10 gig Ethernet. And very advanced, they say that 100 gig Ethernet. What is this? What is Ethernet? Which means it's actually a technology. And this Ethernet is going to specify the speed. What is that?
The speed.
Speed. So whenever you say Ethernet, which means it's a 10 Mbps speed. What is the speed? 10 Mbps. Whenever you say fast Ethernet, which means it's a 100 Mbps speed. 1000 Mbps, which means Giga Ethernet, which means 1000 Mbps.
BPS.
10,000 Mbps. Are you clear about it?
Yes.
100,000 Mbps. Hope you are clear now.
Yes.
So whenever you see Ethernet, which means that is the technology that we are using in the networking. So right now, what is the technology we are using? Ethernet technology,
Technology.
right? And again, what is the speed for Ethernet? 10 Mbps.
Mbps.
Fast Ethernet is nothing but 100 Mbps.
Mbps.
Gigabyte Ethernet is nothing but 1000 Mbps. 10 gig means 10,000 Mbps. 100 gig means 100,000 Mbps.
Mbps.
Again, what do you mean by Mbps? Megabit per second. Are you clear?
Yes.
Megabit per second.
Per second.
Per second. Are you clear about it?
Yes.
So right now, if you go back to our topology, whenever I move my mouse here, you can see here, when I move my mouse, are you able to see that? Faster than at 0 by 1, faster than at 0 by 2, right? So each and every port, how much speed is going to support?
Fast Ethernet is 100 Mbps.
100 Mbps. So how many ports you have, fast Ethernet ports? Can you tell me in this switch by seeing this?
24, yeah?
24, that's correct. And what about remaining two? Are you able to see that? Gigabit Ethernet.
Yes. I can
What
see
is
it.
that? Yeah, how many ports you have a gigaports?
2.
2 ports. So in this switch, there is a 24 ports are fast Ethernet and 2 ports are the Giga Ethernet. So what is the difference between these two?
Fast Ethernet has 100 Mbps,
Hmm,
whereas gigabit is 1000 Mbps.
that's correct. Are you clear?
Clear.
And again, you can see there is one more interface which is on the last. Are you able to see that? What is that?
VLAN. VLAN
What is
1.
that? That is called virtual interface.
Virtual.
Okay. So whatever you are seeing, fast Ethernet and Giga Ethernet, these are the physical interface. What is the difference between physical and virtual? Can you tell me, please? Any idea? So there is
No.
a, okay. Let me, you are not getting any confused, right, Shreya?
No, not really.
Okay, perfect. So basically, there is a physical interfaces are there. For example, you have your laptop in front of you, correct?
Mhm.
Does it have a physical port, physical NIC port? Do you have the NIC port in your laptop?
No.
No.
Wait.
So you have only Wi-Fi.
No, I
I
don't. Wait, do I have physical link port? I'm not sure.
okay. Let me open for you one image so that you can able to get some idea. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go here. I just want to open my. Okay. Now you just go to the google.com. So here I can say that let's say ThinkPad. So whenever you hit enter, you're able to see that. Correct. There is a lot of laptops. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay, now you can see here ThinkPad laptop with network port.
Okay.
Now you can see here. Let's see where is the network port. See, most of the laptops nowadays is not coming with the network port. So that's why what these people are trying to do, they are purchasing this adapter, network adapter. Did you see this image? Little bit have a close look. Are you able to see this?
Yeah.
So what is this? And also you see here they put one network symbol here. There is a switch. Have a close look here. There is a switch and the switch is connected to computer. Hello.
Is yeah, I'm there, I'm looking.
Yeah. See there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is the NIC port. This is the NIC
Link
port.
port.
Network interface card. You get my point?
Yeah.
So this NIC port we are talking about. So right now, you can see again, if you come back to our topology, so there is a NIC ports on this switch. These are the fast Ethernet ports. But again, what we are discussing, we need to understand what is the difference between physical and logical. Correct?
Okay.
There is a port. Let me write it for you here with this pen. Okay. There is a port. You have a physical
Mm.
and you have a virtual. What do you mean by that? Physical port is nothing but you can see and you can touch. That is your physical port. Virtual means it's just a virtual. You think that it's there, but reality is not there. Physically, you cannot see it. For example, you can see your laptop, right?
Yeah.
That's your laptop. But you can see inside the laptop, there is a software which is running, right or wrong?
Yeah.
You can see the software, but will you able to touch that software?
No.
So that is called virtual.
Virtual.
You get my point? Physical means you can touch and you can see. That is called physical. Virtual means you just imagine it's there, but you cannot touch.
Okay.
Are you clear about it?
Clear.
Okay, that's now you can see here. Whenever you come back to this switch, let's go back to our topology, and you can see here this switch. It has how many physical ports, fast Ethernet ports are there?
Physi
24
Each
ports,
24.
correct?
Yeah.
And how many gigabit ports are there?
2
Two. So these are all the physical ports.
ports.
Whenever you see in the virtual LAN 1, that is the virtual port. You got my point?
Got it.
Right. Now, what is our next step now? So we took a switch and we took all our computers, we purchased it. Now we want to keep into the network, which means we need to connect each and every PC to the switch. Then what we
Yes.
are going to do now?
We use a UTP cable.
Okay, now you can see here in the down, there is a cable symbol is there. Are you able to see this?
Yes.
So just click on that. Then you can able to find it out the cables. Okay. And again, here we have a different cables are there. Again, in the UTP, okay, just maybe you will get bit confused, but try to understand it. Okay. Again, the UTP, you can use two types. Again, this UTP cable. The first one is cross cable. Second one is straight cable. Are you aware of this?
No.
So cross cable is nothing but connect between the like devices. Straight cable is nothing but unlike devices, which means don't get the confused. Okay, don't get confused here. Like devices are nothing but similar devices.
Mhm.
Unlike device is nothing but unsimilar devices. Are you clear?
Okay, like example of unlike devices.
Good. Just hold on. I'll just give it to you. Let's
Okay.
say that you have a PC1 and you have a PC2. I have only two computers. In this scenario, do you require switch?
Yeah.
But if you
Actually, you can
want,
directly connect it to each other.
you can connect directly to each other. Correct? So these are the similar devices or unsimilar devices.
Similar devices.
Then you are going to use the cross cable. Are you
Yeah.
understand?
I
For
understand.
example, now if you are going to take your PC is going to connecting to the network switch. These are the similar or unsimilar?
Similar?
Similar. PC and switch are both are same.
No, they're not same.
Then these are the unsimilar
Unsimilar
devices.
devices.
So there you are going to use the,
Straight.
are you able to understand?
Understand, understand.
Okay, the same UTP cable, you can use it for cross and you can use it for straight. Okay, because inside that there is a 4 pair cables are there and there is a color coding and all. You no need to go to that much depth, but you try to understand the UTP cable, you can use it for two purposes. One is the cross, other one is the straight. Cross is nothing but like devices, which means similar devices. Straight is nothing but unsimilar devices. Okay, now I have a one more scenario. I have a switch which is connected to the router. So what is the cable you are going to use it here?
Straight cable,
Why?
because router and switch are unlike devices.
Perfect. You get my point?
Yes.
So now, for example, if you are going to take a switch and you want to connect multiple computers, computer 1, computer 2, computer 3, and computer 4. So now you tell me, what is the cable? You need to use UTP. Is it a straight or cross?
Straight.
Right. So you are going to take a straight cable and you are going to connect. Are you clear? This is straight, this is straight, this is straight, this is straight. Are you clear about it?
Yes.
Okay. Now what we are trying to do now, let's go and minimize this. And let's see here. Once you click on the connection here and you just move your mouse. And what is the first cable it's showing? Are you able to read?
No, I'm not able to read.
In the down here in this section here.
Okay.
Okay, just close look. When I move my mouse, what it's showing here?
Wait. It's like covered by the Zoom, this
Oh,
thing.
okay. But can you just make it up? Make it right or make it left or make it up? Are you able to move?
One second, I'm trying to move it.
Okay. Otherwise, I just want to make you one shortcut. Can I tell
Okay,
you?
I can see it. No, I can't see it.
Okay. Okay. Let me move that. Okay. Now you can see. Are you able to read?
No, wait, I'm not able to read. One second. Um, how do I move this thing?
Yeah, you can just take it out. You can see where it's showing as a sharing or something. You can see where you will find
Yeah.
that. You just,
Yeah.
okay. Just try to move it right or left or something.
Okay,
Or
yeah,
else,
side by side. Yeah, I got it.
okay, you got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or else you can type Control Alt Shift H. It's going to hide. Control Alt
Control
Shift H.
Alt Shift H.
H all together. It's going to hide.
Okay.
Okay.
On
Yeah. Now you can see I'm moving my cursor and what it's showing there.
console.
And next,
Copper straight through.
next,
Copper crossover.
next,
Fiber.
next,
Phone.
next,
Coaxial.
next,
Serial DSC.
next,
Serial DTE.
next,
Octal.
next,
IoT custom cable.
next.
USB.
Perfect. So make sure that because these words and terminology, you will find something new, but you try to read it so that in upcoming sessions, what it will do, you will get a habit. You get my point? For example, you can go to the supermarket and you can just check some places, some supermarkets, they are going to sell the straight cable. They are going to sell the cross cable. Have you ever seen that? Did you visit the Carrefour?
Yeah.
And
But I've never.
yeah, just go there, or you can go to the Nesto and you can see there is a network cables are there, and take any one of the network cable and you can see that on top of that bag you can able to see there is a straight cable, there is a cross cable. They used to write like that. You get my point? Because whenever you are learning the networking, you need to learn to observe many things. Even if you go to any electronic market or any shopping mall, you need to observe like what type of access points they are using. Okay, just only for you. Because once you start learning the networking things, then you start observing each and everything. You get my point?
Yes.
Okay, now we need which cable we required here.
Straight.
Right. So this is copper straight through, correct? So
Yes.
take this cable and here you can click on the PC. Now you want to connect USB 0 or USB 1 or fast Ethernet. How you want to connect?
Fast Ethernet.
Fast Ethernet, that's good. Then move it here and click here. And you can see here fast Ethernet
Fast
0 by
Ethernet.
1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. There is so many ports are there, correct?
Yeah.
Now where I want to connect?
0, 1.
0, 1. Next, take one more cable, take it here, pass Ethernet.
Ethernet.
Then after that, can I connect to 4 or I must
Yeah.
connect to 2?
You can connect to 4.
Perfect. Next, now can I connect 2?
Yes.
Now can I connect on 24?
Yes.
I did it, correct? Are you
When
able to
you
see?
when you are taking the wire, the straight wire from the PC, why are they showing USB? What
Very
is
good.
the purpose of that?
Because sometimes we want to do with the USB connection, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what is the purpose of USB? If you want to connect a USB printer or if you want to connect a USB camera, you get my point? Because
Yeah.
this is the PC, you can connect to your USB device also, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason they given. Because maybe in your upcoming practicals, maybe you want to connect. For example, I want to connect the USB cable. Are you understand? See, right now there is no cable. That's the reason. Means I just took the straight cable. That's the reason when I click on here, it's showing USB 0 and USB 1. But I cannot connect this, right?
Yeah.
So you see here, it's saying that the cable cannot be connected to that port. Are you understand?
Understood.
Yeah. Any other questions here? But
Mm.
again, why it's not showing the labels of ports? I connected port 1, I connected port 24, I connected on port 2, right? But why it's not showing? Are you able to see that here? Here, you are not able to see the port number, correct? Why it's not showing? For example, I want to see that. Then go to the options and click on the
Preference.
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 Then what you have to do? Did
You
you see
can
here?
show
Always
always
show.
show port labels.
Are you able to understand now?
Yes.
Click on that. Now you are able to see that.
Yes.
Now I don't want to see the show device model. I don't want to see the device name. Now is it good?
Yes.
So this PC is connected on port number 1. This PC is connected on port number
Port
2.
number 2.
This PC is connected on port number
Port number
24.
24.
This port PC is connected on port number 4. You get my point? So
Yes.
now in case if you want to see the device label, just click on this. You want to see the device name, click on this.
Mhm.
But I don't want. It is giving me some confuse. So that's why I just removed it. Are you clear?
Yes. Got it.
Got it. So you got the complete picture now, correct?
Yes.
So now my question is that right now what we did, we just connected these device into my switch. So which means, is it a network or it's a networking?
It's a network.
Network. Network means just interconnection,
Interconnected
right?
devices. Yeah.
So each and every device they connected through the switch, correct?
Yes. Correct.
This is like a just network. Now can I able to communicate? Can this
No.
PC can talk to this guy?
No.
Why?
Because there's no server.
There is no server.
And
Server
there's
is
no
mandatory. Is
it
it
needs to know
mandatory?
it needs to know the IP addresses, yeah. So it is
Ah, so
mandatory.
you need to go and give the IP address to each and every device. Then only you are able to communicate, correct?
Correct.
So for that, what you are going to do, you just click on your computer and you can go to the desktop and click on IP configuration and you can assign the IP, right?
We can physically assign the IP without a server.
Yes, yes. That is
Yeah,
called,
that is static.
yeah, that is called static. You get my point? So the
Yes.
DHCP is nothing but when you have a DHCP server in your network, the DHCP server will take care of IP addressing and all. But if you have only 4 computers, you are going to keep one DHCP server here. You are going to tell your company, sir, we have only 4 computers. Please bring one, please buy one DHCP server.
HTTP
Will you
server.
go and tell them?
No,
Why?
Because it's a small scale network, so it doesn't need a
Good, good.
DHCP server.
Get my point? So you cannot tell them that, hey, we need to buy a DHCP server, man. Why? Because you are investing money to your company? No, it's a small network, correct? You just go on each and every computer and you can assign the IP address, right or wrong?
Right.
So now you got to know something, correct?
Correct.
So this is what you need to understand. So today what you are trying to do, you try to take switches and you try to take some computers and you try to learn to connect. Why? Because this workspace, you need to have a habit to work. You need to practice it.
Okay.
Okay. And also, for example, if you want to make some kind of colors or something, if you want right here, okay, just see here, there is a tooltip is there. Let me show it to you. This is called tooltip. Okay. And for example, I just want to write here. Let's take the tooltip. I took it already. Click on this, take a tooltip. Then after that, right here, this is manager PC. Okay. And this is, are you able to understand?
Yes.
Okay. This is director PC. Okay, this is my PC. This is Shriyam PC. Are you understand?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and also if you want to make this PC into different color, right? I'm sorry, because these are all for decoration. Because upcoming classes, what we will do, we will talk about some topologies, we will configure the VLANs, we are going to do something. That time, what we are trying to do, we are going to take it all these colors. Like you are going to say, oh, this is VLAN number, yellow VLAN. This is the red VLAN. You get my point?
Yes.
This is orange VLAN. This is red VLAN. Like that, we are going to do many practicals because then you need to understand many things. Got it?
No.
So
Got
now
it.
onwards, what you can do, you try to play with this so that you will get the complete picture. Now I want to remove this. So take it. No, take it this, delete it. Are you able to understand all?
Yes.
Okay, delete it, delete it, delete it. So you need to have a familiar. Just escape it, then it will come back to your cursor. So once you get a familiar with this, then it's easy for you to build your own topologies and labs. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I tried my level best to not to getting a bore. That's the reason I just went through some basics. Then after that we went here. Any other questions here?
No. Got
Are
it.
you got it?
Yes. Got it.
Okay. So now what we will do? So will you available for tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow also I'm available.
So what we will do tomorrow? We are going to talk about IP addressing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then once we start the IP addressing, then after that we will talk about protocols. So now you tell me one thing. Before we are going to understand something, I just want to understand from you. So for what we did the network, correct?
Right.
So we did the network. Now you need to assign the IP address, correct? Why we require the IP address? Can I know?
Mm, it's like it's the unique number through which we can identify a device.
Perfect. To identify the device. To identify the device, we need to assign the IP address.
Okay.
So to identify each and every device in the network, make sure that you need to give an IP address. For example, as a human beings, we have a names, correct? Why we kept a names? Because to identify. So same thing, the IP address is going to identify any device in the network. Got it?
Got it.
So IP address is main purpose is to identify. Now, after that, what is required? So for example, you assign the IP address. This is your PC1. Let's take one network switch.
Okay.
This is your network switch is connected this PC1 and this is
Okay.
your PC2
Mm-hmm.
and this is your PC3. This is your PC4. Correct? So these are all PCs are connected to your network switch. Correct?
Correct.
Now, for identify, for make a communication, you are going to assign the IP address to each and every PC. Correct?
Correct.
Let's say that I have assigned right now, you don't know what is IP address and all, but just I'm giving you some glimpse. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. The IP address is 192.168.1.1 for this PC, 192.168.1.2 for this PC, 192.168.1.3 for this PC, 192.168.1.4 for this PC. Now each and every computer, it has an IP address, correct?
Yes.
Now will they able to communicate each other?
Yes.
How? How they are going to communicate each other? Now PC1 want to talk to PC2. How they are going to talk each other?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so here you need to understand the call protocol. What you require? Protocol. For example, you and me are communicating each other. Correct? As a human beings, you know me, I know you. Correct? You know my
Yes.
name is Seshu, I know your name is Shriya. Correct?
Correct.
But how we are, because I know each other, that is our identity. Seshu is one identity, Shreya is one more identity. Correct?
Correct.
Then how we are communicating each other? By using the language. Correct? We are talking the same language, which is English. Are you understand?
Yes.
For example, if I am going to talk to my language as a Telugu, if you are going to talk to your language as a Malayalam, will you able to share the information?
No.
Why?
Because we cannot understand.
We don't understand. So we decided to go and talk to the same language which we are able to understand. That is English.
English.
Correct?
Correct.
Then only we can able to exchange the information between these two parties. Correct?
Correct.
So right now, I know you, you know me as a names. But if you want to exchange the information, we require a language. Same thing, PC1 and PC2, you assign the IP address. That is only for identity. Are you understand?
Yes.
But again, what you require? You require protocol to communicate.
Yeah.
So protocol is nothing but it's a language. Are you able to understand?
Okay.
So that in
Protocol
upcoming
is the language that we use to
to communicate
communicate between two devices.
between two devices. Are you
In
able
a
to
nutshell.
understand?
Okay. Yes.
In a nutshell, that's correct. What you have said to me is right. So without protocols, you can't. That's why which protocol, what is that? And we have a different protocols are there. Okay. And as a layman terms, I want to tell you something. For example, when you are going to talk to me, you are going to use your mouth. I am
Yes.
going to use my ear. Correct?
Correct.
Right or wrong?
Right.
So when you are going to talk to me, so right now you need require a protocol. That's very first of all IP address. Then after that protocol.
Protocol.
Then after that what we required. So we decided each other and we are able to talk. So first of all the identity is over. I know Seshu. I know Shriya. Correct?
Correct.
Then after that we decided to speak English. So whenever we are going to decide to speak English, you are going to use your mouth. I'm going to use my ear. Correct?
Correct.
So this is called port. What is that?
Port.
Port. So basically, whenever you are trying to communicate in the networking, these three things are very important. IP, protocol, and port.
Port.
Are you clear about it?
Clear.
Okay, because IP means what? It's for identification. Protocol means what? It's a language. The
Which-
port is nothing but which service you are going to use, which service you want to talk. That is called port. Are you clear about it?
Yeah.
So that's why these three things we are going to focus. So whenever in the networking, if you want to make a communication between one device to another device, make sure that the IP is important, protocol is important, and port number is important. Without these three, you can't communicate it.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a different protocols are there, like a TCP, UDP.
UDP.
All are these are the protocols. Okay. Under the TCP, we have a different protocols again. There is HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, POP3, IMAP. You get my point? It's a depends on your requirement. You are going to use each and every protocol separately. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
So these are all the stacks. TCP, UDP is a protocol stack. I'm sorry, I'm talking so many things. You will get confused, but you try to bear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get my point? Because networking is little bit, if you are going to dump everything together, then you are not able to understand. But you need to just after today's class, you try to take a small breath. Then after that, you just silently, you just think about it, what we discussed. Analyze yourself. Okay? Because always remember the networking is reality to our life. How we are going to live in our real life is exactly similar to that. Are you clear?
Okay. Yes.
So that you always think, for example, when you are going to talk any unknown person, for example, you just visited to the class and you want to know who is Seshu, then what you will do? For example, you entered into the class and you just want to speak to Seshu, but you don't know who is Seshu, then what you are going to do?
I'll just call out the name.
So in the class, you are going to start shouting, right?
Yes.
Then you will say that who is Seshu? That is called in networking terminology broadcast.
Broadcasting.
Correct? And again, if you know the Seshu, then what you will do?
I'll communicate, go directly to.
That is called unicast. You get my point?
Yes.
So exactly what is happening in our real life, then we just do broadcast. When we don't know, then we just go there and we will say that who is Mr. Seshu here? Then if you know the person, then after that you are going to do unicast, one-to-one communication. Broadcast means one to
One
all.
to
Unicast means one-to-one.
one.
Are you clear?
Clear.
And again, there is a multicast also there. What do you mean by multicast?
One too many.
What do you mean by one to many? In real life, what is the example of one to many? For example, in
Like
your
one person
college,
wants to communicate to many people.
okay,
Like if I want to call,
can you give me an example?
like if I want to call Sheshu, I want to call Satish, I want to call Ria.
Okay,
So do I just go and I ask, like, can I
okay,
talk?
let's say, yes, can I say that in your class, there is a people, this group number one, let's say they are working for one project. Let's say they are project one people.
Okay.
And another group, they are working for project two people. Now, what you will do, you want to talk something to group one who is working on project number one. What you will do, you just go and you are going to pass the information only to the specific people, correct? Who is part of group one, right?
Okay.
For example, do you have the license, driving license?
No.
Okay. Now you can see here, for example, you are sitting in the car while dad is driving. You are going to play some radio, correct?
Correct.
Right? Whenever you sit in the car, then what you are going to do, you are going to tune into one of the radio channel, correct? So most of the time, I prefer to go for 104.4. Who is this 104.4?
Virgin Radio, I guess.
Virgin Radio. That's correct. Because I'm always like to hear the Virgin Radio. Why? Because whenever you just enter into your car, when you start your car, there is a lot of radio channels are there. But what we will do, we are going to sync to the specific channel what you are looking for. Correct?
Correct.
That is called one to many, or else you can say many to one. So many people in the world, whoever wants the Virgin Radio, they are going to tune into this channel. Then only they can able to hear the radio, Virgin Radio. Are you able to understand?
Okay.
No, still you are not clear. I think so.
I'm not understanding one to many.
Yeah, it's a
Many
many to
to,
one. You can say many to one.
yeah,
Because in your car, you can tune into 104.4. In my car, I can tune into 104.4. Maybe my friend is also tuned into 104.4. Correct?
correct.
So many people, but radio channel is only one, that is 104.4. So these many people, they are sitting in different places and they are trying to tune into this channel. So this is called multicasting.
Okay. And this
Make sense?
one radio channel is going to many people.
That's it.
Many different cars are
Correct.
accessing this one. So that's why it's
Correct.
one to many.
One to
Okay,
many.
got
Or
it.
you can say many to one. Are you
Got
able
it.
to understand? Yeah.
Yes.
So at the end, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Make sure that you need to observe it. That's very important in networking. Most of the time the observation is very important. And also, whenever you are talking to me, I am also talking to you. You are talking to me and I'm talking to you. What is this? What type of communication is this?
It's unique also because it's one to one.
It's one-to-one communication, but again we can call it as duplex. What is this again? Duplex means I can talk to you and you can talk to me at same time. Correct?
Correct.
So this is called duplex. And some people they say simplex. What do you mean by simplex?
Only you can talk to me?
Yes, only I can talk to you. After I completed, then you are going to talk to me. Right? It's a
Right.
duplex is the two-way communication. Simplex is one-way communication. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
So whenever you are, can you give me any example for simplex? Did you see the walkie-talkie devices?
Yes.
So especially when you go to the construction sites and all, those people they have some mission. Even the police they have one device. It's like a handheld device, and they just hold that and they press one button, push to talk button, and they say, "Hi, how are you?" And they release the button. After a few seconds, the person is going to talk. Hey, I'm fine. You get my point?
Yeah.
It's a one way. But again, in your telephone conversation, right now we are actually talking over the Zoom. Correct? We are talking
Correct.
over the Zoom. Are we doing simplex or we are doing duplex?
Duplex.
Duplex. You are talking to me, I'm also talking to you. Correct?
Yes.
So this is called two-way communication. So in the networking, your switches, they are going to do duplex communication. Are you clear?
Yeah.
So these are all the things because you need to start observing. Then only you are going to learn the networking. Because you don't learn networking as a networking kind of stuff. You try to learn, observe the how the things are going on. It's exactly related to our human life. Are you clear?
Clear.
Then only whenever you are becoming an engineer, each and every customer has a different requirement. All the customers they don't have a same requirement. Am I correct?
Correct.
So, but you are using the same switch for all the customers, same switches, same router, same access points. But you are going to be configured for each and every customer according to their requirement. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
So that's why you need to learn to understand and to observe more. When the people are talking, when you visit any electronic market and you just see it. Why? Because it's exactly relevant to our human life, networking and all. So if you build that, then you are going to be think broader, and you are able to sit with your customers, and you are able to talk more and more, and you can collect the information, and you can give the best solution. Are you clear?
Clear.
Yeah. Any other questions, Shreya, so far?
Mm, yeah, not really.
So are you able to
Yes.
understand?
I remember in uni we learned half duplex and simplex.
Yeah. Now you applied that.
Okay, so like what is the difference between duplex, half, I mean duplex I know, half duplex and simplex.
Half duplex is nothing but is similar like a simplex. Half duplex means it's a one-way communication. Full duplex means it's a two-way communication.
And
Full duplex,
simplex
simplex is just a communication. That's it.
is just a communication. Okay.
Okay. Half duplex is nothing but two-way. Okay. Sorry, full duplex is nothing but it's a two-way.
Two-way
Half duplex is nothing but one way.
one way.
Got it?
Got it.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, not really.
Yeah. So
Got it.
now onwards, what you are trying to do, and also another thing is that you try to build, always draw the topologies.
Yep.
Topology means what? What do you mean by
Topo
topology?
Topology is basically the architecture of like putting the devices and of the network architecture basically.
Super.
Yes.
So you can simply say that layout, or you can say the way of connectivity of each and every device.
Okay.
You get my point? Layout. It's just a layout. It shows the connectivity. Are you able to understand this?
Yes.
So topology is nothing but it's just a layout, and the layout will show you the connectivity of each